YouTube, and welcome to episode 26 of the Youth Only Challenge here with 1860 Munich. It is Damo_23 and a very fun screen to welcome you guys to as well. Currently live on stream here on Boxing Day, and after the disappointment of losing Patrick, in yesterday's episode, or in terms of when you watch it, but for me, like a few hours ago, we have found ourselves in the list for the Elite League homegrown quota. We are nowhere near Barcelona, who produced 53 talents that are now playing in the first division Italian Serie A, Bundesliga, or Liga 1. But we are second on the list, equal to Roma and Real Madrid of 32, and ahead of Bayern City and ahead of Dortmund, who are the biggest in terms of in Germany. Just shows you that as our rises through the leagues have gone, we have actually climbed up in terms of the leading world football for player development, sort of pyramid in world football, where a club that's now being viewed as a club for a lot of young players to come, because we will develop you into a good enough footballer. And look, we do a very good job, and that kind of gets to say it. That screen there kind of just shows you how good we are. If you look at us generally, our reputation is actually really, really growing really well. And you've only missed one game, and we beat St. Pauli 3-1 on that game as well. So we currently sit sixth after 4 games. We actually have a game in hand to jump into the top 4. Again, it's very early on though, so we're not going to get too excited. In today's episode, we're going to recap a few more results, obviously, see if we get through the second round of the Cup. We do have Cologne, who are also a team that we do play on the horizon as well in the league. So we'll go through all of that. The team's looking pretty good. If anything, we're lacking a goal scorer, but getting a lot of goals from around the pitch, which is always nice. And it'll be interesting to see how our season goes without Patrick, who we do play actually in this game. He did start in their 1-0 win over Dortmund with Bayer 04. It'll be interesting to see how we go against our former man. We're still not happy with the board, but at least we can say it's done, it's dusted, we're over it now. We're very ragey at the time, and we're going to get into this episode, see how we stack up. But at the minute, we look pretty good, and more importantly, considering it's a youth-only challenge, we are second in the world football for player development in a top league. Welcome back, YouTube. Another fantastic little screen to show you exactly how well we're doing here in terms of the youth challenge. Here with 1860 Munich, we lead the Bundesliga for player development, which who would have thought? As you can see here, we have produced a lot of talent that is currently playing in and around. Marius Wolf isn't our own prospect, but obviously is developed by Munich, playing at Berlin. We've obviously got Max Engel. Felix is at Leipzig, was produced at Munich. We've got obviously a few other lads there as well. But if you scroll down the list, you start getting into a few other people. You get Jay Hess, who's obviously at St. Pauli with Leonardi Barber. Clint Freeman is at Werder Bremen here in the league as well, that we brought through. Murat's obviously at Hoffenheim for people that remember. Then you've got Ollie, Yepi, Sane. Aaron's made a debut appearance. Zeddle's made an appearance at Bios. Andrew as well counts as our own because he's developing here. Nico has been playing. We have some injuries. Yepi's out for about a month and a bit, so we've had to play Nico at centre, at centre defensive, who's been developing with minutes. Nako Wacko as well. Alex Burden, just to name a few. Patrick, obviously, and Aaron Bloomberg both have left us, but we're obviously in a very good spot, and that's not including like artists, and that's not including, I don't know if Burden was on that list or not, but it wasn't too bad. In terms of when we last met, may have been after St. Pauli. We lost to Bayer 04, played well, just did not score. Drew to Cologne, beat Union Berlin easy, which was a big game, and then against Hertha Berlin, played particularly well. Graham O'Shea missed a penalty to put us 1-0 up before they eventually found a way through us, which was not particularly great. It was a free kick that artist put onto the bar, and they followed up with it, which is a bit annoying as well. But I think that's a pretty cool screen to give you as well. So obviously you saw us that we're like second in the world, and now we lead the Bundesliga, which considering we're second in the world shouldn't be much of a shock. But nice to get the recommendation. We've had 28 players produced for our club that have made an appearance in the Bundesliga, and I think that is utterly fantastic, and that number is only going to grow, and we're a bit ahead of Bayern and a bit ahead of Bayern 04. Welcome back, YouTube. Time to round off episode 26, and what an episode it has been. After the disappointment of Patrick, we've come in and have done fantastically well in the league. We currently see ourselves 6th place on 18 points after 11 games played. And as you can see here, we're 9 points clear of the playoffs to go into that playoff to stay up or down. So very good point for us as well. Point of reference in terms of that. I think since we last met, we played St. Pauli. I think we already capped that. Bayer 04 we lost, obviously, as well. But we're going to go in a bit more depth. What I want to note is that Jeppe Hansen has been injured. He's just come back from injury. As you can see, he has not played for me in, well, we'll have a look at the form. Injured, light training, not selected. He wasn't fit enough for Hoffenheim anyway. So he's not played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. Hertha Berlin was one of them as well. So since the Union Berlin game, which he came off which he did not come off. He got injured in training. We've been in really good run of form, and I have to praise, but praise is due. Nico, right, has barely played games for me in the league. If anything, we gave him a debut when he joined in, went on loan, got him in, loaned him in there as well. What a footballer he's done in terms of his eligibility. He's been sitting in the background. This kid's come in, got himself his first ever goal for the club as well from a DM, and he's just played well. And he's 20, and he expects to be a breakthrough prospect. I am very tempted if he wants to just be a breakthrough prospect here, which he doesn't, which if he did, I would be like, yeah, give him a new deal, because he's been fantastic. Also, important to note, we've just done well with every game we've played. Even the games we've lost, we've been really good in. So let's just recap properly here. So St. Pauli, we beat 3-1, a relegation friendly side. We were absolutely amazing, looked fantastic. Of course, conceded really, really late, but something that does happen sometimes. We played Barrow 4, who does have Bloomberg, and of course Patrick. Bloomberg had a pretty good game. Patrick was dead solid. Even game, unfortunate, I felt like, to have not scored. We played particularly well, but, to lose that one was a little bit tough. Cologne, we played them in the cup, so we're into the third round of the cup. Very even game yet again. They had a goal disallowed for offside. It was one of those games that I felt like we probably deserved something out of. Anderson's been scoring goals for fun in the league as well. We beat Union Berlin 3-1. Easy game for us here as well. Looking really good. Graham O'Shea's been banging them in, importantly as well. We lost to Berlin 1-0. Graham O'Shea missed a penalty here, which I think I tapped on throughout the episode as well. But, we've looked good here. I thought we really, really deserved at least a point here. And then against Werder Bremen, we didn't rotate, but we put out an interesting team. And, Cosenza, the new signing here from Barcelona, we picked up for 875k, got a 7, right? He's averaging a 7, played well. This game here, everyone that came from the bench and played got over a 7. It was probably the most complete performance I've had. Everyone looked good. Graham O'Shea, goal and an assist. Joel Sarno off the bench scored. Mahrez is fast becoming one of the better right backs I've ever used on Football Manager. He's giving Johnny Razza a run for his money, who he had obviously at Mess. This guy mentally looks switched on. He's a natural leader. When Batten leaves next season, he's going to be vice captain. Joseph Mahrez, he gets forward. He's quick. He's physical. And his form has been immense, which has been fantastic. And he's a guy that I could actually try to play, DM, and he'd be really good there. Beat Cologne in the cup. Looked fantastic. Ortega looked the goods, and he's been called up for Colombia. Batten had a worldie of a game. The boys have been good. And then Freiburg was the only Rua Femming we've copped this year. They weren't particularly great. At one stage, they had 4 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. And Warner is out. Not us. Nathan Lyon's going to be the light watchman there in the Boxing Day test. Not too bad there as well. And then last game just played, we absolutely second half turned the wick up against Hoffenheim, and second half went absolutely ballistic, and we've looked good. So life without Patrick's been really good. People we need to give a shout out to. Ollie's not really developed, but his form has been good. He's impacted the game here. Manuel, when he's come in, has looked good. James Marget's finally got his first goal for the club. In terms of in a game, he's scored in the cup against the non-league side where we absolutely pumped him. But this guy, he's got 46 million as his value. He's been playing well as a squad player. We just need to get him more consistent goals and game time. Yeppy's obviously got to come back into this team as well. So, the boys have looked really good. I think it's been great. Diallo's been injured, but when he's played, has developed. And I just think we're in a really good spot. It probably shows you that Jacob Anderson's not at the level, but I don't care when he's got 7 and 11, mate. When he's 6'5", he does the job, and it is what it is. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off in terms of this episode here, YouTube. If you have enjoyed the content, give it a like, go subscribe. Life Without Patrick has started really well. We found ourselves in a continental spot. Don't think that's going to last too much longer. We still got to play Bayern next episode, plugged back as well. But you never know. Where do you think we'll finish this season? Let me know in the comment section down below. But from Damo and everybody else here, I'll see you next time to recap our run of the Christmas and beyond. Till then, thank you and goodbye.